Rent, $1,670.50. Student loan, deferred. Credit card minimums, $186.42. Time weekly it is possible to spend usefully on a job search. Approximately 22 hours. Time spent staring into the space beyond a TV screen. Indeterminate.
Everything's gonna be alright.
Things are never gonna be alright.
Everything's gonna be alright.
Things are never gonna be alright.
Everything's gonna be alright.
Things are never gonna be alright. Tips. Don't think about how long it's been. Don't think about how long it's going to be. Or think about somebody to spend life with when life is already half spent. Don't think about the rest of the world too much either. A basket of deplorable problems out there when I don't have time or ability to deal with my own. Coffee, Xanax, Camprol. Lonely, yet hiding. Hanging on for chance's sake.
Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright.
Things are never gonna be alright.
Everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright.
Hi, welcome to the Amusia Story Podcast. You are hearing episode 21. It was a cheery one, wasn't it? Well, our nation has come to the end of a cheery week, so hell, seemed appropriate. That song actually dates back to late April. I've been hanging on to it for quite a while. I've held on to it for so long because I thought the music was so beautifully understated that it was hard to write some words to fit into it that didn't make it mawkish and maudlin. Maybe I failed, but at least I tried. While in this last home stretch of podcasts here, I am wandering memory lane from time to time. I was going through some old files and discovered pretty bang-up quality recording of an old piece I used to do called To Own a Car in San Francisco. I share it with you now just because I'm amazed how, when I was 15 years younger, I could actually talk this fast.
Park a ticket, stoplight, gridlock, road rage, tail exhaust, muffler rattle, emission test, horn honk, bird flip, bird shit, street clean, parking zone, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 6 hour, tow zone, pay parking, no parking, J parking, crosswalk, sidewalk, park a ticket, traffic ticket, cop, rouse, reg fee, insurance fee, license fee, main fee, check, bounce, bank break, max out, stop. Day 2. Muffler rattle, smog blast, tremor river, rack and shutter, cut loose, scrape road, rattle, spark and clatter, drop loose, boom. Ask mechanic, change pipe, new part, shit, yes, says he, tailpipe and so. Oil pump, fuel pump, water pump, lead lines, rubber hose, belt teeth, carburetor, rack and pinion, ball bearings, brake rotor, tail light, spark plug, suede seat, fuel tank, tire tread, steer column, dashboard, bandy plate, kitchen sink, right now. Rain check, says I. Day 3, don't drive, leave, sit, parking ticket, 5th one. Day 4, turn corner, slick track, over cop, hydroplane, head on, crush, chrome, dead stop, slam! Swap insurance, swap numbers, swap glares. His fault, my fault, no fault, God's fault, asphalt. Go home, phone call, insurance agent, grumble numbers, premium hike. Day 5. Pretty day. Step outside, jingle keys, soothing stroll, parking spot empty. Parking spot empty. Parking spot empty? Tow zone, posted hours, notice left, anything? Car gone, no trace, empty spot, bare street, wait a minute. Broken glass. Grand theft carjack. No alarm, no club, shoulda known. Pretty day. Sunshine, light breeze. I smile to myself and think they deserve what they get.
So there you go, to own a car in San Francisco. On a completely other sort of note, way back at the beginning of last week, on Monday, Election Eve, as some of you may know it, there's a fantastic event that happens monthly. It is in the Tenderloin District of San Francisco at a very hip venue called Piano Fight. The event is called Word Party. It is 10 years old, been in a couple different venues around San Francisco, and is run by Jennifer Barone and Ingrid Keir, and my friend Philip T. Nails is doing a featured act there that night. I will link to his stuff and to his fantastic new spoken word LP that he has been out hawking, named Evidence, on our blog for this podcast at amusia.org. But the point is, the Word Party is outfitted with a full, active, live jazz band that can do impromptu accompaniment to anybody who steps up and reads. Initially, I thought, I don't have anything lying around that fits with a full jazz band that I could read.
So I dug into my bag and found a copy of a parody jazz poem that I was carrying around in there. Hey! What happened to my voice? Well, what a difference one day makes. I seem to have gotten a cold and needed to add a couple of notes to my voiceover here, so I'm punching in with a completely different throat from yesterday. All right, so the guy laughing you'll hear in this recording is Philip T. Nails himself, none other, sitting next to my iPhone at the time. The recording ain't great, and the words I say make no sense. That can make it challenging to follow them. So anyway, I will print all of them at our blog, which you can see at amusia.org, if you wish to follow along the specific words. Hey, though, speaking of the blog and of this past week, while you were there, you go look at our episode number 6, which is called See You in the Camps, and it's all about the glorious new America that we're headed into. Anyway, here's the jazz poem.
I'd like to read you my poem about Miles Davis. Ooh, ah. Boo, ah. Transgressive semiotic on stone gold truck wagon, riding that 5 and dime express, half 6 dozen of a bird bath, catharsis griddle. Boo, ah. I met her in the rain like plastic bucket of enthusiasm fish. Plastic, not a metal pail. Rain like drippy fruit nails. Say I met her in the rain on the jazz train. Jazz reverie, cool and quotidian on nasal early afternoon midnight at ghost hour. Stanchion, thoroughbred, greenskeeper, mongoose. Jazz, 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 jazz. Like Coleman and Coltrane and Ella and Monk, Herbie and Billy and Dizzy and Duke. Personally, Sonny Rollins is not to my taste. But jazz like Parker and Bird and Mingus and Miles of jazz run ripcord down landscape of kosher corned beef and ash, served in rusty beer can of a denuded middle-class dream of fixed-rate mortgage, diner food, armored personnel carrier, pretty puppy with side of jazz, like Stilton wallflower, emulsion, Hunto pony, nematode, homology, Felcher, defilatory, 8-chime, punch-drunk, flywheel graft, 9 3/8 type jazz. Jazz in angry underwear, like house guest on electrified rug. Part 2, the education of Miles Davis. Miles Davis was born on May 25, 1926 in Alton, Illinois, soon moving to East St. Louis, where he flew the fly as high went by, bing the bang to fling the fang, ran in the sand till it free of the man, and it was jazz, like international turpentine gestalt, like Cary Grant and Rosalind Russell stranded on the Shan Plateau range of western Myanmar with nothing but a quarter ream of ledger paper and a mason jar of pickled duck bills. Jazz! Like mini-skirt tirade of vegetable government, undue TOEFL exam and salad of jackrabbit wonderment, tornado pillbox of post-secondary nasal drip, soybean gutter snipe of preponderant dwarf. Herein lay the education of Miles Davis. Part 3, a puzzling numerological interlude. 1. The taste of licking a stamp when there is no stamp. 2. Primrose blossom yields open to spring. 3. Rice bran breakfast cereal. 4. The number 4. 5 is 2 plus 3, therefore primrose and bran. 6. Primrose times bran. 7. Primrose times bran plus that stamp that isn't there. Part 4, precisely 16 random words.
Serrated Masonic, throw pillow, necrotic, stromboli, encryption lug, skadoodle, venison, proximate, Vegas, ant, gargle, shrimp, imp, scrum, bamboozle, ass turnip. Part 4A, sub-conclusions. In the beginning, Miles Davis, then jazz poetry. In the end, an octopus. It always ends with an octopus, she said, on that jazz train. Thank you.
Giving credit where credit is due, let me point out that the jazz band is named Nova Jazz, comprising Daniel Hevitz, Jordy Vanderbosch, and others. Believe it or not, I was not trying to make fun of Miles Davis, specifically, or jazz generally. I have gone in my life to way too many open mics, thousands of hours of them. The fact is, I have very broad criteria for enjoying poetry. I just want to be able to understand, more or less, what the fuck you're talking about. If I have a loose sense of that, if there is maybe just a succession of images that actually I can picture, entertain in my own mind, that's all right. But if you have a string of words that don't gel or cohere into any kind of message or any kind of imagery, then I get really impatient.
Okay, so signing off again is the Mark who has a cold. That's what I got for now.